Good morning, y'all. So it is 5:10 a.m. I don't know why I'm up this freaking early in the morning. Just am. I couldn't sleep. I tried, but I just couldn't sleep. Figured I'd go on here for a little bit. I'm not going on long because I'm still recovering from being sick. That's probably why I couldn't sleep because I'm still recovering. How y'all doing? Hi, someone's garden. How are you this morning? Well, this morning for me. Good day, I should say. Good day, good day. It is 5:10, almost 5:15, somewhere around there. And I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd just get up and do a little bit of a live. Excuse me. At night or in the morning? Oh wait, you probably go off military time, so that would be in the morning. Yeah. I keep forgetting military time is used for most of the world. There's not really AM and PM. I know Norway and Switzerland. And excuse me, I'm trying not to do that, uh, but I haven't gone live in a long time. And Celsius, yes, I'm still getting used to that. I'm working on learning that. Right now it is 19 degrees Celsius in here, which is about what, 67? Somewhere around there. 67 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Hi, coffee cake. How are you today? I'm finally starting to feel better. My voice comes and goes. I figured I'd do a short live this morning, way before, way before normal time. And I just woke up, so my body's still waking up. So negative 4.4. Wow, nice and chilly. Good morning, West Country. Mardlarks. My dog's staring at me. They should be. I just fed her breakfast, so she's happy. My girl, my Sierra girl. I said I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd get up and see what everyone's doing. What do y'all have for today's plans? Or what's going on today? Ugh. I don't have much planned for today. Today's Thursday. Nope, I don't have much planned. Gonna keep working on my uh, cross stitch. I had to take a break last night for a little while. I got upset at a situation, and it kind of took all the fun out. You're going to dig some treasures, but it's pouring out. Oh man, that rots when it's raining. When you got some good plans got ready to go and it rains. That kind of sucks. Excuse me, I should not be yawning on a live. I apologize. Let me get some water. Maybe that'll wake my body up a little bit. No. You haven't even talked yet, so how can I call you names? Don't even start with me. It's too early in the morning for that kind of mess. Oh. You know, I've never seen a red squirrel in life. I wish. I've seen black squirrels, I've seen gray squirrels, I've seen brown squirrels. I've seen a flying squirrel, but a red squirrel, I'm still working on. Oh, okay. You only have one type. You've seen a white squirrel? All right. Well, unless you're talking about me, I'm a white squirrel. Boy, I get everybody in the morning, don't I? Yeah, I have to kind of warm up my, it'd probably be good to turn back on my heat. At night, I turn off my heat because my house gets too hot while I am sleeping, and then I can't. Thank you, Azil. I've seen orange rat that claims to be a squirrel. Hmm. Whoa, that is not heat. That would be fan. Even my dog looked at me when that came on. Thank you. Morning, Lucy. Good morning, Alpha. Morning, Azil. Well, morning for me. So good day for you guys. I'm not sure what time it is for all you guys. It is 5:20 in the morning for me. It is still way dark outside. Hasn't even thought about being light yet. Not till about 6:30. They're people just like me. And that's all I'm saying on it. I did get a new project. I got a new latch hook project. I just finished this hat the other day. That's for an order somebody had for me. I just haven't seen them yet to give it on them. Please don't ask again, Lucy. I didn't answer it the first time, which means I don't want to answer the question. And I got a new latch hook project. It has a springtime hat on it and some red flowers like roses, and a kind of a cream background, which is really cool. Looks really nice. A friend of mine, so I sent a box to a friend of mine who just adopted two kids, and I sent two packages in with it. Now, unfortunately, um, some of our signals got mixed, and the grandma claimed a pillow for her own. Morning, Nate. And um, in that on that pillow was a very colorful and vibrant dragon. I had done a latch hook for the little boy. When I was there visiting, he helped me finish a latch hook. So I promised him that I would go ahead and get him or make him a latch hook of his own. What kind did he want? And he said a dragon. So I sent a dragon pillow for him, latch hook pillow. Well, in all the confusion, she took the pillows thinking that it was for her. Now, mind you, she had just had some stroke, so it kind of it wasn't it wasn't her fault necessarily. So I asked her kindly to please give it to the little boy, and I would make her one, and she is. Uh, so, good morning, Kelly. So I have a new one now to make for her, and I want to finish this. I have 3 cross stitches going. One shows of 4 different panels of like different seasons. Hi, someone's garden. Oh, you're saying hi to the other Kelly. Okay. And one is of a deer, and one is of a rooster. So, kind of excited to do all of them. So one is embroidery, one is stamped cross stitch, which that means that the pattern's already on the um, the fabric, and I just need to follow the color chart and put things in, which makes it very, very easy. And the other one's counted cross stitch, which means I have to count all the stitch and make sure everything is correct, which isn't as easy as it seems. Excuse me. And I ran out of water already. And so each has its own complexities and difficulties. As I'm saying, this is my hook for looming. I really need to stop putting it everywhere before I lose it. um, and then a friend for Christmas, which you can look on my shorts, I have it, sent me probably about 10 to 15 patterns for cross stitch. So I have a lot of cross stitching to do. Not for me to complete for her. She found them at a yard sale, or found them on the free site on uh, Facebook, and she went and picked them all up and sent them to me. That was my Christmas gift. That was nice. She's my longest friend, I think, 7th grade. Well, my longest friend that I keep in regular contact with. My longest. Lovely. Hey, do you really need to fart this early in the morning? I saw you look up and sniff your own butthole. Thanks. That was atrocious. Honestly. It's not even 5:30 in the morning. Can't you wait until at least 7? Ah, really? Ah. Ah. Dog. Honestly. And if y'all don't believe me here, hold on. I'm telling you, there is a dog here. See? She's looking kind of guilty right now, isn't she? Ah, dog. Really? It's not even 5:30 in the morning yet. Ah, farting so early in the morning, dog. Good thing I love you. Imagine what I'd do to you right now if I didn't, you frickin' farter. First thing in the morning. Ugh. Maybe that's what woke me up the first time. I don't even know what. Don't you be trying to bite me. Too early in the morning for bites, too. Yeah, don't, yeah, beat you up. Good thing I love you, dog. I know. Farting this early in the morning. Honestly. Ah. Yeah, you do. Good morning, Nate. I think I said good morning to you already. Good thing I love her and she's cute. Yes, it's a good thing that you're cute. You need to at least wait until it's light outside, would you? No making me pass out this early. You could have made me pass out earlier when I was trying to go back to sleep after you woke me up. Don't give me that guilty look. What happened to your eyebrow on the other side? You got two long ones right there, but you don't have any on the other side. How come? Don't look at me like that. Are you throwing paws at me? Too early in the morning to throw paws. Sorry, guys, I wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, well, that's enough. There we go. That solved that problem. Alright, so, what was I talking about? Oh, so the second one I'm working on. This one I haven't really shown on YouTube yet. So this one is a picture of a deer, and this one's the embroidery. And what I have to do is embroider the antlers, and then right here there's a bunch of snow that I've got to embroider. And then that one will be ready. So, thank you. That one won't take that long. That's how much string is for that one. That one's not much at all. I've got a little bit of blue, white, and dark brown and light brown. Luckily, I still have the key, so that'll be fast. The other ones will not be fast. They have a lot more. This is the stamped one I'm working on. You can see winter here. Here's, I think, I don't know. Or summer here. I don't know. I can't remember. Some of these aren't filled in, so not all of this will be like purple and whatever colors, like red. They're all different colors, but that one. Thank you. I should try, yeah, that would be nice. Right now I don't have the funds to buy any more stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but one, I've been sick for the last 2 weeks I had sinusitis, laryngitis, and bronchitis. I've still got the bronchitis. I'm working on that one. Speaking, I gotta clear my throat. And then the laryngitis is kind of working its way out. And the sinusitis, I still feel all right there. I finished my antibiotic, and now I'm just taking the stuff to help keep everything loose. Thank you, Josie. Appreciate it. Hi, Foxy. Good morning. For me, good morning. Or good day for you, depending on where you are. Good night. It's funny, one thing I've learned a lot. I've learned so much through YouTube. One, to view somebody else through somebody else's eyes. People put themselves on these lives, and they sit and they talk about their life and what they're doing and how they're doing, and talk about, good morning, Malik. And they talk about, thank you, you're knitting something warm to put around your neck. Oh, so awesome. but I've learned so much about people and about other countries and about one crafting. I never thought that I'd be able to share my crafting or share my life or do anything of that. And like slowly I'm learning about the world. I'm learning, the Netherlands was a place that I had looked up one time. There's a young, I gotta say, a young man, because he acts very, very well and he is respectful when he comes on here. And he told me a bit about his country of Norway, and I got curious and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start looking things up when people say them, and they've got my curiosity piqued. And I just never, like, in my brain, the Netherlands was this country that was so mountainous that you could barely live, and people lived up in the mountains barefooted and poor and broke. And why I thought that, I don't know, because I have a mental health disorder and my perceptions are way off on some things. But it was fun to challenge that perception of this isn't the way it is. I've heard that. I've heard that they are very, very nice, and I've heard that Americans are very, very rude, and I've heard lots of different things about lots of different people around the world. I think you do hit, like, I think when you meet people, you've got to take them for face value. You've got to take them for who they are. Um, people assume because I'm not paying attention that to them right then, right now, that I'm not paying attention at all. I hear things, sometimes I don't hear them for a couple days later, and I'm going, oh, is that what they said? Oh, yeah, that's right. Google Norway and Ju- oh, Jan T. Loven. Jen T. Loven? Alright. Give me a second. Let me grab my notebook here. What are you looking at, Goody? Alright, hold on a second here. Alright, Norway. And I am JANTELOVEN. Alright, I got it. Right there. That's another one I saw yesterday for Ramses. This is my little notebook that I got, my memo pad. I got it for Christmas. So I started writing things in that so I could remember. But it's been interesting to challenge my views on how I see people, and good morning, Graham, and how I see the world. They're, I often talk about a friend. I have a friend. I just told you his name, Ramses. He lives in Egypt, and he said, you know where that is? And part of my cocky body went, yeah, I know where it is. And then I got up and I went, no, I don't know where that is. And I actually had to look it up, and I went, good God, it's in Africa. No, I didn't know that. But that's part of how you grow up, of perceived notions and what you think things should look like. And what we see on the news is not really what the world's like. You need to research for yourself and learn for yourself of what the world's like. I've learned so many craft ideas. I've learned so many foods. Oh my goodness, the foods. You just take one hour and search up foods. I am from Pennsylvania, USA. And each little area has their foods. Like we're considered coal country. We live on coal mountains. Missouri. All right. And we have foods from all over because we are very eclectic community. We have Lithuanian here, we have German, we have Polish, we have Latvia, I think they say it's called Latvia. We have Irish, we have so much. You're from New York? All right. And I often say I'm not a fan of halushki, and people are like, what the heck's halushki? I've never heard of halushki. Oh, that's a favorite here. Coal candy. What's coal candy? I've never heard of coal candy. I'm trying to think what else there is. Soupies. Yes, very multicultural in this town. Um, I've lived in a town called Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and we have a college in that town, Bucknell College, and I still didn't feel as multicultural as my tiny little town here, and I'm not that far from Lewisburg. Um, if you look at my shorts, you can find out where I live. I tell you in other places, at least the curiosity. Um, but it's been fun learning from YouTube and learning from you guys, especially, hey, look up this. I think you'll like this kind of food, or I think you'll like this area. What's one thing you'd like to do in my area? And I'm like, where do you live? And, Egypt. Well, okay. I don't know. Abu Dhabi, I guess. I don't even know what Abu Dhabi is. Is that a town in Egypt? I think it is. I don't know. See, I don't know. I grew up in a very, for lack of a better way to put it, a very white area. Definitely not multicultural, even though I lived in a college town. And I'm very dumb to the world, so I've enjoyed learning. Hello, Mimi. Or Nimi. Let's see. It's men in I me. It's menemy. It's menemy. I think I got it right. If I'm close, say yes. Or close enough. Or if you got an easier name. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm hoping to hit 700 today. I think I had 6 to go last night, but it seems like YouTube subscriber counts are up and down very, very often. I know yesterday when I went to bed, I had, I think, 4 left to go, and then I checked in somewhere around 1 o'clock, and I had 7 left to go. As if. Okay, I think I can remember that. As if. And it's been, and I've noticed a couple people, my friend Butter Tart 3, he was stuck on 26 and 29 forever, and then it was like I went the next day and he had over 50, and then I went the following day and he was back down to 36. It was like ridiculous, the amount of what was going on. And I don't understand really how YouTube does all that stuff. And honestly, neither do I care. All right. Yay. Good morning, Walking Tall. Yay. Let's see if it sticks. That's the big thing. Is it going to stick? Honestly, I don't really care about being monetized. I do this so that I don't get lonely and so that I learn about the world. Stop throwing paws. It's too early in the morning to throw paws. I know. Take a breath. Yeah, I've seen the numbers go up and down and up and down. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm not really worried about it. I would, I love being. I almost love being a small channel because I get to know a lot of my subs. Then I get to know what their areas like, what their life's like. I learn new things. I learn new cultures. I learn new ethnicity. That word's hard to say in my brain and out loud. I am talking to my dog. I'll show you. And my hand was right here, so my dog, um, my dog was throwing her paw at my hand for me to pet her, and I tell her she's throwing paws. Nope, not talking to somebody imaginary today. Not yet. I live by myself, so I talk to myself quite often. I just tell people I talk to my dog. Pretty much I only have 2 rooms. There's my kitchen right there. This is my living room. And right there's my bedroom and my bathroom. I have only 500, I only have 500 square feet. Thank you, thank you. Well, stop throwing paws so early in the morning. Here's the thing. We are both from America. But what's unique about your area? What is only your area? What is, every area is different. Um, in my town, it's funny. People say, "Well, what town are you from?" I'm from the town of Shamokin. Morning, Lucy. I'm from the town of Shamokin. Well, what's unique about your town? Well, we're coal country. Also, I live in Springfield. You look up Shamokin and there's no Springfield. Oh, is there East End, West End, Academy Hill, Bunker Hill? There's 9 hills: East End, West End, Springfield, Polish Poconos. Like we don't we don't live in Shamokin. We live in our areas. We don't live in Shamokin. I live in Springfield. Good luck finding it because it'll tell you there is no Shamokin. I am 100% negative American Indian. Nothing unique differently. I live in Hollywood, California. Hollywood, California. So do you get to see, so in my perception, so my little world, I was born in California but never lived in California, if you could say that. I have a whole past about that. I was given up for adoption in Delaware. So I was born in California. 8 months later, I was in Delaware and given up for adoption. Or taken for adoption, depending on who you look at. But anyway, so in Hollywood, what our perception, what the TV shows us is that you walk past TV stars every single day. Do you walk past TV stars? You're from India. Here's a start. Night weather. Your side is morning. Yep. Yeah. We are just starting. It is 6:15 in the morning. So you guys are what, 11 hours ahead of me? So Sha, Sha, Mo, Mo, Kin, Kin, Shamokin. And I haven't been smoking nothing. That's why I say I'm from Springfield. And people look up Shamokin and try to find Springfield. You can't find Springfield. My son lives on Bunker Hill. I have friends that live in Academy Hill, friends in the East End, friend in the West End, friends from the Bloody Fifth. And there's a whole story to the Bloody Fifth. We have the Bloody Fifth Ward. And the Fifth Ward, if you ever look up, if you're interested in learning, is so you're 10 out. Okay, you are 10.5 hours. That took a minute. So the Fifth Ward, or the Bloody Fifth, if you look up the Molly Maguires, the Molly Maguires was a famous coal country vigilantist, I should say, and they held a coal mining strike. And during the coal mining strike, some people were killed, and of course they were blamed. Here, years later, the hold on, I'll get to your comment in a second. So the Molly Maguires were blamed and hung from, of course, the gallows in a town called Ashland, which is not far from here. But there is some debate of whether they actually did the crimes or whether it was dirty cops that did the crimes, that when to blame them. So we are famous because of the Bloody Fifth. So the only stars you actually get to see are the ones that are on the ground given to the actresses. Yeah, see, it's not what, and it's not what TV perceives us. TV doesn't tell you, that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're 3 out, or wait, how are you? 2, 4, oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 3, 4, 5. It's way too early in the morning. I can't think. This is way too early. I am not that stupid. I feel stupid, but I am not that stupid, honestly. Yeah, you're 3 hours away. I know you're 3 hours away. I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to debate it in my brain. That made me feel really stupid. Thanks. First thing in the morning. Ugh. Just about as bad as my dog farting. Oh. Now I got something to look up today. Norway. Oh, I have 2. I have a knock by Ramses, who's in Egypt, and then Norway. I probably find your city on a map. It all depends on what I've been smoking. Yeah. I always think of Jim Carrey in The Mask. Shamokin! That's how I think about it. That's how you know how to say it. It's funny when you put Google Maps on. It's kind of funny because all right. Oh, someone's garden. Thank you. I'm glad you said your name again so I can put that on there. So when you put on Google Maps and you try to find Shamokin, it tells you that we live in Shamokin. We do not live in Shamokin. And if you go down the line a little bit, which is how we say down the road, down the line a little bit, about 2 hours, you'll hit Reading, Pennsylvania. Monica. Nice to meet you, Monica. I put that down so I remember. Most of the time, if I write it, I'll remember. Most of the time. I am getting old. Which I don't mind calling myself old. You're watching from the Philippines. Awesome. So, Gab, mixed vlog. Gab, mixed vlog. Awesome. Yep, just about. Yeah, you're old once you hit a year. You're old. Because you're 1 year old. That's what I figured. I was old the day I was born. I was 1 day old, 2 days old, 3 days old. My mother used to say all the time, you have an old soul. I was born in California, and there's two different stories, of course, from my adoptive family versus my biological family. My biological family says my mother was running from my father, who was abusive. Thank you. My biological, that's what my biological family says. My adoptive family, of course, says that no, we were being chased by the children youth version of 1970. I am. I did not want to be up early, but good morning, butter tart. And um they said I was being chased by children and youth all the way across the country because they were trying to take us away. Of course, there's two different stories, and somewhere in between is the truth. So I forget what I was saying. My brain went totally blank. My dog looked at me. It's all her fault. You fell asleep at 9 p.m. That's why you're early. You were tired last night. Were you busy last night? Good to see you too. Yeah, I was pretty sick for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Now I'm still getting over. I'm still trying to get my snuff back, but um I'll get it back eventually. Walking tall. There's parts of Reading that are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then there are parts of Reading that are very, very beautiful. And then there are parts that are very, very economically depressed, and you don't want to uh, show up. Yeah, you don't want to show up. Sorry, next comment has me. You don't want to be in that area. Um, I think it's kind of like everywhere else in the world. There are parts in this town you don't want to be caught in the bloody fifth at night because they'll beat the snot out of you. And then there are parts of you know parts of the world that are beautiful, and you want to stay there forever, but you couldn't afford it. All right, just dressed my homeless friend. Stop calling him your homeless friend. Tell him Jason. Jason never showed back. So he does get money. He got his check. So he does get money. He chooses to go and drink with the money, though, instead of doing what he needs to be doing with it. The weather has turned warm, so he can survive out there for a few nights in January thaw. Well, that's good. I'm glad he can survive out there. It's warm enough. Yeah, we're getting our warmth. It's supposed to be like 50 by the weekend, and then it's supposed to drop again. Hi, radio dude. Good morning. How are you today? Excuse me. Sorry. I said I got up early this morning. According to this, I think according to that phone, this phone is charging. That's the one I keep on at night and listen to stories and whatnot. I stayed over. We get good services and government checks 3 times a year. Yes, Jason. Okay. You have to portion those checks out better. That's me calling the pot black because I just got my check on the 3rd and I don't have any more money. I have just enough to fill my tank. And that's about it. So, yay. I was talking about you earlier. I said that your subs kept going up, down, up, down. Then you stayed at 27 and 26 forever. And then you flew up to 50, and then you dropped below 50, and then you went above 50. There's something going on with that. I don't know. First time didn't drop overnight. Like the stock market, yeah. Do I have a husband or partner or whatever? No. Unfortunately, my husband died in 2014 as a result of a car accident. If you ever hear me talking about my Luke, that was my husband. Believe me, there are some times where you see me going like this, and I'm still trying to play with the ring. And that's on both hands. I don't know why I subconsciously do it on both hands. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm getting there. I do not have the snuff I normally have. I'm definitely not up to snuff. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. Oi. Let me see. Night Rider. So I have a channel that I can have different things 24 hours a day. And my channel was stuck on Knight Rider. And I'm thinking, this is not what I thought it was. This is supposed to be X-Files. This is definitely not X-Files. This kind of looks like a cross between Wonder Woman, X-Files, and Kojak. That didn't make any sense, did it? Been hacking on off very dry in my apartment despite my humidifier. Yeah, for a while I didn't have a humidifier and I had to run I have a tiny saucepan over there. It's about yay big, yay deep, and I had to boil water nonstop to get the I'm trying to figure out what show this is. It's not true, whatever show it says it is. It's definitely not the X-Files. It's not showing me what show it is either. Um just going to sleep now. Hit the like button. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. I'm on mute. I don't think so. Ah, thank you. Got plenty of uploads. I verified my channel last time. Pop Tart took 4 days until I could go live. Just a waiting game. Yep, it is. Yep. You need to develop my rule. I have a 48-hour rule. I'm not allowed to delete my channel or delete. Like, I can delete comments if I don't like them, but I'm not allowed to make any big deletions for 48 hours. After 48 hours, if I'm still upset, then I can delete. But I have to wait the 48 hours. And it's made a huge difference in how many deletions I have. Like, when I get upset about things. And believe me, I was pretty upset about. I had someone else delete me last night from Facebook because I confronted them. Okay, I thought so. A lot of times people say that butter tart for me to stop my live and try and go live again and cause all sorts of issues. So I forget what I was saying now. Oh, the 48-hour rule. I had someone yesterday that got upset because I confronted them about the fact that they lied to me. And I didn't like the fact that they lied to me. And I confronted them on that fact. I said, next time, and it was over something silly. I asked them if they had given their kids the gift box I had sent, and they had said yes. I asked if they got any pictures. They had said no, we were busy. Okay. So, come a month later, they go on. They said, "Oh, my daughter got your box. She loved it. She's just really good. Really good." That's my rule, Butter Tart. Stop giving everybody else credit for my saying. Don't let other people rent space in your head. That's my saying. Anyway, so she got upset with me and she left our group chat. There's like it's only her and a mom and me. So it was only 3 people. It wasn't like I was outing her in front of a lot of people. So people dear Lord, now I'm distracted. My brain. So anyway, I didn't she left the chat, but now she's left a good supportive group with her and her mom and me, you know. I've been feeling not so close to her anymore anyway lately, but yep, that's what I just do. There's one already this morning I hid. They spammed my channel. And you should know that when you go on YouTube, you don't spam a channel, so you just get hidden. They don't really give you much of a second chance. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is definitely not the X-Files. Doesn't even give me the X-File vibes. And it won't tell you what it is either. So. And I know this guy. He's a very, very popular Uh, I don't know why I'm stuck on this. Sorry. All right. You know what I'll do because it is about that time. I think it's time to change it to the news and see what's going on in the world. We are doing ABC East. Some guy going after pedophiles. Oh, yeah. I don't, you know, for me, you're supposed to be at least 13 to come on the channel, so you're supposed to have at least some sense. And if you need to come on here, give me BS, then like I said, I'm not looking to get monetized. I can't earn an income. If I start earning an income, I'll get myself kicked out of here, and I don't want to be kicked out of here. I've moved enough in my life that this is the last place I want to move unless it's into a nursing home because nobody can care for me anymore. And I really don't want to go there either. Universal child care. Huh. Yeah, good luck on that one. Good morning, Madeline. How are you this morning? Yep. You're supposed to be 13 when you're on here. I've seen as low as 7-year olds. But interesting enough, 7-year old knew perfect English and knew how to write, type, and whatever. You know. Thank you. Yeah, it's already evening. Yep. Yep, we are on Thursday morning. Excuse me. We are on Thursday morning at 6:10 a.m. or 6:07, depending on whose clock you're looking at. Ah, all right. Now I'm hoping spring I can get back out there and show you more of my city. Get an itch. Hold on. Puppy's got an itch. I need to help. Yeah. That better? She's like, don't stop. Don't stop. There we go. All right. Just don't fart on me again. Oh, my son is there. He's 44, recovering from third-degree burns, and I won't let anyone go into the nursing home. It's 510 near Chicago, Illinois, near Midway Airport, Chicago, Illinois. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to go into, but I don't want to be a burden on my family either, honestly. And one thing, I have two brothers, or two brothers on my adoptive side and a brother and sister on my biological side. I'm pretty sure that um I'm pretty sure my brother and my sister, actually I'm pretty sure that all of them would take care of me. I don't doubt that any of them wouldn't take care of me. But honestly, I wouldn't want to make any of them take care of me. I'm a difficult person. I can be a very difficult person. I'm very set in my ways. I'm willing to learn, but that doesn't mean, excuse me, that I'm willing to believe. Excuse me. So yeah, today looks like the highs are 50s. today, so that's very unusual for January weather. Canada's got to do better. They got to bring my winter back. Sorry, my feet were uncovered. My feet are cold. My dog's looking at me like, excuse me. She's even putting her nose underneath the blanket here. I don't think I'll ever stop fishing either. I do enjoy fishing. I'm waiting to the age that I don't have to pay for a fishing license because I think it's silly to have to pay for a license to feed myself. I could see people who are sport fishing to have a license, but fishing to feed yourself, I don't see. I don't know why I need to, if I go by the rules and the regulations of 5 fish a day, 5 trout a day, I forget what bass is, and what is it, 7 inches for trout. I've been there once. When I was in high school, my high school choir went there and sang. That was our school trip. It was the high school choir. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I don't remember much of it. I don't have a lot of memories from I don't have a lot of memories from high school. I'm not sure why. I don't have a lot of memories before high school. I think I have a brain disorder, so I think it makes it hard. I cannot regulate my body heat today. I think I'm having issues today. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot regulate body heat. Thanks for coming back. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, my brain is not doing well this morning. I wasn't even going to do a live this morning, but I decided to jump on because my body was, menopause maybe. Maybe. I think I got up way too freaking early. Somebody with 4 legs and fur woke me up around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I think I drifted for a little while after I let her out, but then I couldn't really go back to sleep. Excuse me. So, what's on everybody's schedules today? What you up to? You gotta have a more exciting life than me. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you don't have those, you can't. Watching me. Pretty much the only thing I have on is doing my cross stitch. Maybe working on my friend's latch hook. Walking the pup. Yep, that's about my day. Considering I have $17 for the rest of the month. Luckily, I do get some food money, so that'll buy food, but I don't get gas money or anything else provided, which is okay. When you don't have money, you just sit your ass down and don't do much. Or you go window shopping. One or the other. Wake up in the mirror and smile because I have another day. No, my pup's only, I think, 18 pounds right now. She's pretty small. She's considered a medium-sized, medium-small dog. I'm eating now and babysitting the fireplace. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Keep it, keep a hold of it, because by the end of that time that you don't have any money, you're wanting some. That's why I'm making some stuff to actually go up to the Saturday market and see if I can't bargain for some other things, barter for some other things. I did a whole bunch of bartering the other day, and I got some canned goods, but canned goods only take you so far. What? Quit looking at me like that. Too early in the morning to be staring at me. Beep. Ah. Jason, birthday number 29. I played it once and picked one twice and 99. Nice. That's a good amount. Ouch. Nice, nice. Okay, so I think I'll be sitting on my hours. I also have a book to read. I'm reading Two Twisted Crowns, I think it's called. I don't know. I keep forgetting. Let's see what it is. Yep, Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel something. I can't remember already. 21 by Rachel. I have 4 books going right now. So it's called Gorgon's Gate, Wisteria Witches, Mysteries of Max, and Two Twisted Crowns. Oh, and I think Lipstick in Auschwitz, I think, is one of the ones that I have. Because I looked up books on Auschwitz. Now I have a whole bunch of them. Let's see. She made it through the first selection. Can she survive to the end of the war? Marcia is only 17 years old when the war breaks out in her hometown, Krakow, Poland. Nothing more than a toothbrush in hand, Marcia splits from the rest of her family and follows her mother to the ghetto, where they think they will be safe. But safety is fleeting. The ghetto is no haven. Soon Marcia and her mother are on a train bound for a place more terrifying than imagination could conceive, Auschwitz. Stripped of everything that makes them human, waiting in line to be sentenced to life or death, Marcia applies a swipe of light lipstick she found by chance to add color to her cheeks. The ploy works, but survival in Auschwitz is daily battle, and they will need little more than luck and a lot of courage to make it through. So that's one I'd like to read too. Okay. Oh, nice. Nice. Jace didn't come back last night. He didn't call me. The big boy, he's okay. Didn't pick up his sleeping bag, though. Maybe he crashed somewhere. Oh, probably. Yeah. I from all the stories I've read from Auschwitz, yes. It was a very, very hard. I do like real stories every now and then. Good morning, California Dreamin'. Um, every now and then I do like real stories to read. I have over here, I have The Orphan Train, which was very, very good. That's about a young girl who is in foster care. That one was really good, a really good book. And then the other one was The Children's Block. Oh, yeah, they were. We have. You learned all. Oh, yeah, we didn't learn anything about it. We just learned that millions were killed. That was pretty much it. We didn't really learn the stark reality of things. We saw pictures and that was about it. Wow, 10 inches of snow. Nice. Yikes. We were not taught the stark realities of life growing up. Although we lived some of it, we were not taught it. We were always taught there's starving children in Africa. Well, that's in Africa. That's not here. But there was starving children there, just people didn't know. Yeah. People need to be taught history. And I hear so often now from young kids, why teach history? It's in the past. Because you learn from the past. If you don't learn from the past, you can't improve the future. You have to learn from the past. You have to learn those dark realities of what that camp was like. Yeah, people don't realize how young people, the older ones would sacrifice their bread just to make sure that the little ones lived. You know, I finished the book, The Librarian of Auschwitz. So that was about a 16-year-old girl that worked in the children's block that she hid library books from the officers. You call them that. Uh, and I read all about her story and the things she saw and heard and watched her father die and she watched her mother and and then I don't even know that the things that happened in Auschwitz, I don't think that one actually hit me as hard as what happened afterwards. you know we went and we liberated them. We, as I'm saying Americans, but the world liberated them. I'm sure there was more than just Americans that got them out of that situation. But they got out and their whole family lifeline was killed. Like, I remember reading they were standing at the train station waiting to go somewhere. They didn't know where because they didn't have where to go to. You know, so it I think that hit me more than the stark reality of what happened there. Yeah, we all were. Yep, I agree. And probably, 50% of us aren't Jewish because of that situation. There's a lady on Facebook, Miriam. I can't remember what her last name is, but she talks about her Jewish life now and her grandmother who just passed away recently, recently within 6 months to a year. Her bubby, good morning, the mainframe. Her bubby passed away, and her bubby was in Auschwitz. She even showed us her number and how it was told us about how it was tattooed and the pain and stuff like that. And she, you know, she talked about the realities of um, Auschwitz and how she lost her faith. So Bubby was Miriam's grandmother who was in Auschwitz. We were talking about Auschwitz and the things that we weren't exposed to as kids. In my school district, we learned about it, like, but we didn't learn. We said, here's the lesson, don't kill people. Well, hello. Yeah, I'm not on the mood to kill, millions of people. But we didn't learn like what reality was there. What could be considered an offense and how you could be killed, and wow, just some of the things that I've read that they did to human beings. Just another human being. What's it about, Butter Tart? I don't understand how one person can be that cruel to another human being. I don't understand hate. I really don't. I mean, and hate's such a strong word. I rarely use the word hate. I use the word dislike a lot because hate's a very strong word. Oh, okay. Okay. And with hate, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why you need to hate somebody. You can dislike them and just stay away from them. Well, she ran into me in the store. Okay. Did you move or did you let her run into you? Most of the time, oh yeah, that they well, I didn't move because they should have moved out of my way. Well, you saw them coming, you should have moved. Well, hello. Like stupid crap for people who hate each other. Like there's just so much more time and effort to put your mind and your body to. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to watch something like that though. Watching it's a lot harder than reading it to me. Thank you. Watching it's a very much harder for me to process it than reading it. I have a processing disorder with my brain. Emotions I don't feel for a while. I do feel them eventually. My husband took at least 5 years for me to actually feel his death. Sounds stupid, but that's the way my brain works, and I'm okay with it. I do get upset at things. I do get upset when people lie to me. I do not like to be lied at all. When my friend says that she gave her kids things that I sent and then turns around and says, "Oh, well, I withheld this one because I withheld gifts because they're not appreciating things right now." That makes it a conditional gift, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I do not like. Thank you. You're oversensitive. At times I can be, but yeah. Here's the things. We're human. We say things that we don't mean because we're upset or frustrated. We do things that we get upset and frustrated to other people. Yeah, we're humans, I get. We're animals. I really consider myself a human, though. You know, um, Not that we're much different than animals, but we have words to communicate and ways to communicate a lot easier than animals do. Um, guess that's not really fair to say either to like people like who are autistic and non-speaking. I guess you're right. We're animals. Yep. Yeah, I watched that butter tart. It was pretty good. You're sensitive when it gets to animals? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like people hurting animals in any form or fashion. Um, any animal. That being said, I don't mind having my steak either. You know. There's a rhyme and a reason for everybody on this earth. And not all of it do we like the rhyme or reason. Yeah, my son is verbal, autistic, so that's why my brain suddenly went to, are we all animals or are we, good morning, Jake, or like, what are we all? Technically, we're all animals. We're just a different class of animals. We're humans. But then you have a class of dogs, you have a class of gorillas, you have a class of everything, so. So I guess technically we're all animals. We all have our own way of communicating. My son even has his own way of communicating, even though he's a verbal autistic. He's high functioning. He does have a job. He owns his own car. He can drive. He can do all that. I was on the lucky end. I actually think he's more executive functioning disorder than I think autistic, but that's okay. That's the way that is sometimes. Can't have your steak and eat it too? Yeah, I can. I've raised steak and I've eaten them. Choppy Chucky Brownie. Choppy Chucky Brownie. Oh, Steakum. And what was the fifth one? Oh, I can't remember what the fifth one's name is. But we raised beef growing up. And believe me, bottle feeding them at young age. I would get up in the morning. I would make their bottles. I would go down to the barn, which was a quarter mile away. Walk down to the barn. I would feed them. Put the bottles on the not on the well, on the thing. There was a thing in front of the well. I would bring up the well water. I would fill up their tray and head off to school. When I got home, I came home from school. I went in. I got their bottles to take up to the house to wash out. I grabbed their. I went up to the house. I washed them out. I came back down. I grabbed their well water, filled up their stuff again, and off we went again. Ah, okay. My son actually was emergency C-section. He had meconium, which is pretty much he took a crap before he got out of me, and then he breathed it. So he had a few health issues in the beginning. My son's 19. So. My son likes, good morning, Philip. My son likes to say that he was evicted. He was evicted from my body. My son was due on the day I said he would be born. Nobody else believed me, but heck, they didn't even believe me when I was in the hospital that I was pregnant. I told them I was pregnant. And they said, no, we did a pregnancy. You're not pregnant. I said, okay. Well, then I left the hospital AMA, went straight to my doctor, did a pregnancy test, Didn't pee or anything. Didn't do anything in between that hospital and her doctor's office. That doctor's office, whatever. Her doctor. My doctor. And there we go. Right there. She goes, "You're pregnant." I said, "I know." He said, the hospital tried to tell me I wasn't pregnant. She goes, "Well, why'd they do that?" I said, "Because they probably got a false positive on my, or false negative on my test." I said, "I don't know if they even did a test." I still, to this day, don't know, and they closed, so I won't ever know. I won't ever be able to get hospital records, unfortunately. Yeah, people and humans, we tend to surprise people, don't we? Humans are capable of learning. Every single human. It's how much you want to try, how much you are realistic about the ability, and how much you try to teach and how much you try to keep going. I think this must be in New York State, but they said Governor Hochul is expected to announce state plan to fund universal child care. I don't see this happening. Yeah, you gotta wake up those muscles. Boston. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's saying New York City. Maybe it's in multiple cities. Norway in the house. Norway's in the house. That would be awesome if more than one city did that, though. Bell to Bell plan. Oh, so New Jersey is banning cell phones in public school. New York, yeah, New York City. Yeah, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, just below that. Do you know what language we talk in Norway? I have no idea. Swedish? That would be my first guess. I'm probably wrong, but that would be my first guess. U.S. seizes 2 oil tankers accused in transporting sanctioned Venezuelan oil. Great. Norwich. I know it's another country, but England talks English. United States talk English. Yeah, that's my trouble with this, Bob. That there's so much school violence now that I don't like that they don't have access. And the schools haven't been good about informing parents what's going on either. So I'm not, like, I'm for it, but I'm not for it. No, I don't speak Mexican. There's no such thing as speaking Mexican anyway. It's Spanish. So I'm not totally for it to be like banned. I think you should be allowed to have your phone on you. I don't think you should be allowed to play it or play with it, but I don't think you should be banned from having it. I'm thinking my dog's nose is cold. No worries. I wasn't trying to be offensive. Mexican isn't a language. Mexican's a ethnic background. Spanish is a language. No, definitely I don't speak Spanish. Yeah. Let's see if she moves before I can show you. She got her nose all tucked in there. Yeah, it's supposed to be 50s. Norwegian. Okay. I've heard of that before. Duh. Alright, now I feel stupid again. That's twice today. That's alright. Yeah, Norwegian. If I would have thought about it more, I probably would have guessed it. Yes. She looks very much bigger. She's only 18 pounds, I think. She's either 18 or 20 pounds. She's around that age. Or that age. That weight. Yes, Norwegian. This is her favorite spot in the morning. She loves to lay down beside me in the morning. She's either up in bed with me or she is at my feet. Thank you. That's Miss Sarah dog. Right? You're Miss Sarah dog. Says, oh, Mom, you woke me up again. That's what you get for waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I'd rather you wake me up than, leave a present for me. Come here. I know. She really isn't that big. Yeah, hi. Hi, she says. Good morning. Okay, you can go back to sleep there. That's a good spot to go back to sleep on. Yeah. She is cute most of the time. It's a good thing. Her and I wouldn't get along if we weren't. Would we? She has hypothyroidism, so she's missing a lot of her hair. And she has got something stuck in her hair. So she's missing a lot of her hair. So, the injustice. Ouch, ouch. As you can tell, she's missing a lot of her hair right there. She's a polka dotted. You got, I just brushed you, and why am I feeling all this stuff? Were you outside playing when I wasn't looking? Huh? All right. You have a great day, and I wish you enough. Yep. I had you in the perfect spot. I had you in a perfect spot. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him. Now I got a broken neck because Mom keeps trying to love me. Mom loves me. So hit that like button, everybody. Oh, a black spot right there. You'll know that. Don't blink at me. She probably wants more than that. You want to see how fast she moves when I say a certain word? Do you want a treat? Sarah, do you want a treat? Ugh! Oh no, I had to get up and get her one. Give me a second. Let me get some water too, because my mouth is getting dry after an hour and a half of yapping at you guys. Or yapping with you. I don't think I'm yapping at you this time. Ow! You didn't have to step on my foot. Yeesh. I said I was going to give it to you. Here. You want it? Yeah, there you go. I only said A. I did not say lots. I said A. Don't take my chair. Alright, take the couch. She does have a habit of taking my chair at times. Okay. Now I'm back. I got water, see? She's trying to sniff to see what I got. Why the camera's bouncing is because she's on the couch. So. Alright. Oh. Had a shooting in a... I forget where already. It'll come back up. Would you get settled already? I didn't give you more. I said one. Don't get grubby. She's looking for more than one TREAT. I'm gonna see something, just out of curiosity. Yep, it's definitely dark outside. Okay, just checking. I always wonder how much glow is there from the TV. There isn't that much. There's a little bit, but not a lot. You know, most of the time I don't watch the news. I do watch the news in the morning. And that's generally because I just want to make sure that nothing huge happened during the night that, you know, I would like to be aware of. Most of the time, unfortunately, I don't want to know about the murders and all that. I don't want to know about it. It's depressing. I can't do anything about it. I can't change it. The only thing I can change is my own behavior. And so watching the news can be very frustrating to me. We're having a 100% chance of rain on Saturday. The one day that I was going to go out and do some outdoor things. Of course, it is going to rain. Eesh. Oh, this is why we're getting warm weather. We've got a huge system from the south pushing up. That's why we're getting warm weather. Ah, that sounds good. I used to do that back when I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Greenville, North Carolina. And I worked at a daycare. And a lot of the daycare kids would come in. Thank you, Bob. Thanks for coming. I worked at a daycare, and a lot of the kids would come in before they would go to school. We would open at 5. And they would be in, you know, from 5, and then they would get on the bus around 6:30. And a lot of those kids, they were government funded to be there. So I would give them breakfast, the after school kids. We call them the after school kids because I barely saw them in the morning, and then they would go to school. They would come there and then go to school, and then come back from school and be there for a couple hours until their parents came and pick them up. But I used to make them sandwiches so they would go to school with their bellies full. So I'm glad you do that, Bob. How many do you make in a day? There are two kids that I remember the most. Names are Julia and Harley. And Julia might remember me, but I know Harley won't. She was pretty young. She was maybe 3 or 4. Can't remember if she was in the 3-year-old room or if she was in the 4-year-old room. And they would come in, and of course the kids that went to the daycare, they who stayed in daycare all day long, they got sandwiches provided to them, but Julia didn't get sandwiches, so I always had a sandwich waiting for her. Around 20? That's not too bad. You know, that's the best thing, is people checking on you. That's one thing I love about my apartment building. There's only 40 apartments, so that part's nice. You know, there's not there's not extreme amount, and I eat if they are not there, but I give juice in a sandwich. Nice. When one is sick, a lot of times others come and check on me. Like when I was sick the past week and a half, I had 2 people check on me. The guy that lives across the way was regular. You know, do you have any garbage to go out? Do you want me to take your dog out for you? And then a lady named B, she's on the 2nd floor. She came down to see if I was okay. So I always like having people to check on, and I check on others too when I'm feeling healthy. Oh, excuse me. I suddenly have the yawns and the yikes. Is it almost 7? Jeez. Sheeshy Petey. And somebody was laughing. So this is my reader, my Kindle. And they liked my... I made you yawn. I'm sorry. But they were laughing because you normally open a Kindle, you know, like this, right? So mine is backwards. You open my Kindle this way. And it confuses the heck out of people. And mine says, "Do not touch me." I forgot. I had to put this one on the Angry Birds. Is that what it is? I don't know. My sister gave it to me to be able to put my Kindle in. My Kindle Fire or whatever. She bought it for me because my other Kindle that I had died. So she got me a new one. And my nephew got, well, new to me one, I should say. My nephew cleared it off for me, and there we go. Now we're charging. So, yeah. She does a lot of nice things. My sister is very, very nice to me. I've only known her about 25 years, maybe. Yeah, 20, 25 years. She was adopted. Her and my brother were adopted to a different household than I was. Hmm. Well, now I know what that's from then. Angry Birds. I never saw an Angry Birds movie. Played their games though. You know, where you fling it and you go, like, you pull it and then you let it go and the bird flies through the air and knocks over stuff. Oh. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go for the day. I want to make some breakfast. Maybe that'll help wake me up. Either that or go back to sleep and finish sleeping. One or the other. I might just wait until it's light out and take her for her walk and then go back to bed. I don't know. I don't have anything to do today, so at least I don't think so. Probably should check the calendar on that puppy, shouldn't I? No, community craft room. Oh, there's crafts in the community room. So, alright, so I guess I will talk to you all next time. Maybe tomorrow, depending on what time I get up. And I'll see you on the flip side. I wish everybody enough.